Trump did not suspend USAID to punish Africa. The man is trying to fix his country. That particular decision, out of many he made, just managed to affect Africa. And of course, other parts of the world. He's trying to fix his country. So because that particular organization has its tentacles all over the world, except in some few countries where it is banned, like in Russia, I believe it's banned in Russia, USAID. So it's managing to affect us in Africa. But why are people mad at him? He's fixing his country, his own country. He came in and said, this organization, investigate it. So to investigate it, they paused the operations for 3 months. Alright, so for 3 months, they're going to suspend it and then go through the books and everything. And when they try to get into the organization's headquarters, the people inside locked themselves inside. What are they hiding? So far they have been discovering so many wrong use of funds. So many. Alright? I'm not saying that there are no right use of funds, but this is a man trying to tackle corruption in his own country. He did not come to your country. Why are you mad at him? Instead of learning. Your president in your country, your governors or MPs, whatever you guys call your own governors there, have they tried to tackle corruption? I hope African presidents and politicians are seeing how Trump is ruling his country. He just gotten from day one. Day one, he did more work than most presidents in the world have done in their lifetime. But signed over 200 executive orders. The man was there live on TV. It's not hidden. They put camera on him. He's explaining to his people what he's doing, step by step. You can agree, you can disagree, no problem. But at least everybody understands what he's doing. Every single executive order, they will explain it to him, to the camera, he will sign. He may comment on why he's signing it. This is what we call transparency. In fact, I heard that Elon Musk is proposing that they should put some of these things on the blockchain so that anybody can verify it. I hope your presidents in Africa, your governors are seeing this. Some countries, what they do in Africa, let me tell you, a president or governor, a politician will get into office, and this is the guy that promised heaven and hell before getting in there. Once he gets in, the first thing he will say is that our treasury is empty. The past administration did not leave any money for us to run the country or we're just starting from scratch. We don't know what to do. That's it. When any governor or president that you hear say it, that means he's not going to perform anything in his tenure. He will start blaming the past administration. See how Trump got in? He's not looking anybody's face. He's just following his plan. And his plan is his campaign promise. During campaign, he promised many things, and as he got in, he started executing it. He doesn't care about what you're saying. Do you understand? So people vote you. African politicians, hope you're saying, your people are voting you in so that you will do your campaign promises. It's not when you get there, all of a sudden, you have dementia, you forget everything that you promised. The only time African governors and presidents want to act off is when they want to demolish buildings. Once it reaches demolition, you see policemen, soldiers, bulldozers, they will not listen to you. But when it comes to other promises they made, all of a sudden, there are stakeholders to talk to. Some will say that the cabal, the president is good, but the cabal is too powerful. You will see the natural resources cabal, the cobalt cabal, the oil cabal, that they are too powerful. There's nothing like that. See, Trump is proving it. Once you are the number one man in the country, you are the cabal. There's nobody to give any excuse to. If you want to build any institution, you can build it with the stroke of a pen. If you want to destroy any institution, you can destroy it. Look at USAID. They locked the doors to prevent Elon Musk's team from entering. Then, from what I read, they called the feds. You understand? Soldiers came and opened the door. They got into the place and took control of the records. and started exposing corruption. They are going institution by institution. I just heard Elon Musk speaking in a conference now. He's saying that they only test drugs before it is released to the market, but they don't go to test whether it is performing well in the market. So now they want to find a way to introduce a way to test after releasing a new drug to the market, to know whether it is doing well for the people. That there are many drugs that are sketchy. They are not doing exactly what they are supposed to do. So they are going to investigate to know which ones are good and which ones are. I see what I'm saying. Some countries have this illegal drug issue. Look at what Trump is doing. There's fentanyl being sold, imported into US from neighboring countries underground. And Trump called Mexico and said, you must put at least 10,000 soldiers on your border so that those drugs will not cross the border. Mexico wanted to act off initially. Trump said, I'm putting 25% tariff on you. Any product you're importing to the US, the price just went up. You have to pay at the border for it to come in. Which means when the product comes in, it becomes more expensive, which means the citizens will not buy it. They will now buy the other alternative that is cheaper, that is manufactured within the country. That will affect the economy of Mexico. Mexican president made a U-turn. He did the same to Canada. Say, put 10,000 soldiers at your border so that drugs will not come in. Not just drugs, but illegal immigrants. Canada wanted to act off initially and put their own tariff. In no reach 24 hours, Canada made a U-turn. And now they are putting soldiers at the border. And that will crash the illegal drug industry. Straight, he's not looking at anybody's face. If you enter as governor or president or anything, don't look anybody's face. Go there and execute. Especially if you have absolute power like a president. Go there and execute. If you want to dualize a road, dualize it. Even if people's buildings are there, demolish everything. Compensate them. Look at what Trump is doing. He wants to cut down the federal workforce. Say that there are too many staff under federal government pay. He will cut it down. And when they have calculated that if they cut it down for 4 years, they are going to save billions of dollars. So he said, okay, out of that billions of dollars we're going to save, if you resign by yourself in the next 1 or 2 weeks, if you resign by yourself, they're going to pay you 8 months ahead. If you resign by yourself. Even CIA, he promised CIA agents, if you resign by yourself, come back, pay you 8 months ahead. Go and live your life. This is what Elon Musk did in Twitter. You resign by yourself within the stipulated period. So if you want to dualize a road, dualize it, compensate everybody immediately. Don't, move with alacrity. You understand? People are putting you there for a purpose. Trump is fighting the deep state. That's the way I see it, right? The institutions, those people that shut off his ear, that time they should. He's trying to fight them. So some of the institutions that they put in place, he's dismantling it and reconstructing it in his own way. You understand? So I see him going for the prison industry. Prison in America is for profit. So they are making money per prisoner that they put there. So which means what? America has the highest number of prison inmates in the world per capita. I think they have up to 1.4 million people. The size of some states. So what did they do? Trump is now Trump called the El Salvador president, saying that since you built prisons in your country, let us ship some of our prisoners to your country. Let them stay there. Especially violent criminals and those that are intending to be in prison for life. Let them just go to El Salvador. Since it's prison for life, go there. And if you know the story of the El Salvador president, you know why he's working with Trump. He went in and built, they voted him in. He nearly entered. He built the largest prison in the country. After building the prison, he started packing all the criminals. He emptied the streets of El Salvador of criminals. They catch you with tattoo, signifying that you're a member of any gang, straight to prison. After that, he now bought sewing machines, and gave them and started teaching them how to sew clothes and become useful to the society.